You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at just past 7, we're going to learn about a scheduled meeting to help tackle the homeless population in Pittsburgh.
Also, a new amusement park is coming to Oklahoma.
And we've had showers and thunderstorms across the area this morning. Those will clear out. More storms in our forecast and some cooler weather. We'll look at all that coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Amber Jenkins.
I'm Chris Warner. It is now 7:14. Hope you enjoyed the soccer game, and we want to thank you for hanging out with us this morning. And with soccer, of course, this is something that could happen as we go through the next 2 or 3 weeks here.
Yeah.
So just be aware. You may be joining us a little bit later than usual, but we will still be here to bring you the morning news. And we've got some news to talk about.
A meeting is scheduled for this evening to discuss the homeless situation in Pittsburgh.
The goal is to educate the community and help residents understand what can be done to support local homeless folks. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the story.
It was after family problems and a mental health breakdown that Brendan Collins found himself calling Pittsburgh's streets home.
When I became homeless, I refused to give up hope that I'd have a future, and I refused to give up hope in my past.
All his belongings are now inside 10 shopping carts. The carrier also serves as a shelter for him when needed.
Used it as shelter since there's no camping in town. You can't have a tent set up. You can't have anything to keep you from the elements. However, you can protect your stuff from the elements by tarping it. So you make a little bit of space and utilize that.
The city of Pittsburgh doesn't have an overnight shelter. For the homeless people I've talked to, the support would be a great way to make them feel safer.
It would give us the ability to have that moment to breathe, to be able to feel safe and to be able to sort things out in our head.
They wouldn't be out here on the streets. Having them look for a job during the day would help them a lot too.
Brennan and Mandy are not alone. Wesley House in Pittsburgh estimates that there are more than 130 homeless people in Crawford County.
Any of our other goals in health or employment, corrections is not going to be successful without having a consistent and safe night's place to sleep and store your items, take your medications as prescribed.
Seeing the situation homeless people are facing in Pittsburgh, Nicole Hembling decided to take action. She's organizing a meeting to discuss the homelessness situation in Pittsburgh. The goal is to educate the community and help residents understand what can be done to support local homeless people.
Really a grassroots movement to try to see if there's anything that we can come together on, and just really seeing if we can collaborate and do something as a community that's maybe privately funded.
Just really educating our community about what homelessness is and how we are working on goals to end homelessness, basically.
In Pittsburgh, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
The meeting is open to business and property owners tonight at 5 p.m. at Reese Nichols Sunflower Realty Group.
And you can find more information about it on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. We've still got some showers and thunderstorms out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker is still busy this morning. You can see where we've got some good moderate rainfall happening for a good portion of us along and to the east of Highway 69. And then we still have a few thunderstorms hanging out into our northern counties as well. But this is all eventually going to be making its way out of here. In fact, you look back to the west and you can see already Erie Parsons starting to get out of the shower activity. And it will continue to move on out of here. And then tonight, we have the possibility of a few strong storms, maybe even a couple of severe storms we'll keep an eye on. We've got the risk for some small hail and perhaps some gusty winds. As we head into this afternoon, once we get clear of these showers and storms this morning, we'll start to see the skies clear. Still hot and muggy, temperatures going upper 80s, lower 90s, and our heat index values could push close to 100, but nowhere near as bad as it's been the last few days. And then again, as we head into tomorrow morning, we have this line of showers and thunderstorms. Some of these through the morning could be strong, possibly severe. Here we are at 4 a.m. By 6 a.m., another batch of these rolling through. And then once those clear out, our Friday highs upper 70s, lower 80s. We'll have another complete look at your forecast here in just a few more minutes. Amber?
Thank you, Chris. A massive new theme park is coming to Northeast Oklahoma. The developers and state officials made the announcement at a news conference on Wednesday. The developer is American Heartland, an affiliate of the Manson Entertainment Group founded by Gene Bignell. The more than $2 billion resort destination will be in Craig County, just west of Grand Lake on Route 66. Developers say the American Heartland theme park and resort will be a 1,000-acre development with a 125-acre theme park. They say it will feature an Americana theme environment with a variety of rides, live shows, waterways, and restaurants. They also plan a 300-room hotel and indoor water park, and to create more than 4,000 jobs. Bicknell, who is well known to the developments and donations in southeast Kansas, says this new Oklahoma project will lead to other projects in the future.
Will attract other developments. It will spread. I know it will spread across this country and perhaps beyond. But our hope is to bring opportunity. Our hope is to bring peace and joy. And there's not a lot to be joyful about today for many people.
There will be indoor rides, what we call the dark rides, animations and things. There's roller coasters. There's the Barnstormer, which is immersive place. There are all kinds of activities, and we're still developing those. Just the big wooden roller coasters. We're not trying to compete with anybody. We're not trying to say we're the next anything other than we are the American Heartland theme park.
Wednesday's news conference featured a scale model of the attraction. The development will be built in phases, starting with a large-scale RV park with cabins scheduled to open phase 1 in spring of 2025. The theme park and resort are scheduled to open in 2026. You can find so much more about this plan at KOAMnewsnow.com. Up next, Wildcats Glades hosts a Shoal Creek Water Festival. You don't want to miss this upcoming interview.
And later, we'll take you to Mercy Hospital Carthage to learn more about an employee who is on a path to become a leader for the hospital. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's 7:23 this morning. We are still seeing some light rain in Joplin. We're sitting at 73. You can see the cloud cover and the wet roadways out there. Still a bit on the muggy side, of course, with the showers out there. It's going to stay muggy today, even though it's going to be just a pinch cooler than where we have been. We're sitting a little cooler in the north where the heavier rain's been. 71 Iola, Fort Scott, Nevada. Then you go further south, you get warmer. 78 Chanute, 75 in Parsons, 74 Miami, 75 Neosho, and up to 78 in Cassville this morning. As we get our morning started, again, these showers, a few thunderstorms hanging on for a little bit, and we'll start to see them move out by late morning, early afternoon. And by early afternoon, I mean like noon 30, maybe 1 at the latest. And then we'll go mostly cloudy initially, but clouds will continue to clear. And we are still going to be hot and muggy. We're talking upper 80s, lower 90s. So not as bad as it has been, but with all the humidity in the air and all the moisture in the air, our heat index values could still easily reach around 100 degrees out there. We'll go into the evening, and we'll go mostly clear into the evening. So still warm, but not a bad evening. Unfortunately, still on the muggy side. Clouds increase as we head later into the evening. Then we'll see showers and thunderstorms kicking into the area, say about midnight, 1 a.m., and they could last all the way up till about 11 a.m. tomorrow. And some of those, especially earlier in the morning, could be strong, possibly severe. So we're going to monitor the forecast trends through today. And of course, if there are any severe thunderstorms tomorrow morning, we'll be right here on the KOAM Morning News tracking those for you. Otherwise, not a bad evening. Lows back into the upper 60s and lower 70s. And as we look ahead, tomorrow after the storms, partly cloudy, upper 70s, lower 80s, a beautiful day. Not bad Saturday, warmer, but still not bad. So enjoy tomorrow and Saturday, because after that, we head into next week, triple digits return to our forecast. We'll be back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
For your vet care, Mutt Medics is now open at 20th and Main in Joplin. Mutt Medics offers preventative care options, affordable prices, and wellness packages for your pet. Mutt Medics, now open at 20th and Main in Joplin.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Joining me in the studio today is Camille Harrington and Robin Stanridge. They're here to tell us about the Shoal Creek Water Festival. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
From my understanding about the festival, I believe you guys got some different kind of races going on, or what about that?
Yeah, we definitely do. We have a cardboard boat race, which is a blast to watch. You know, you've got people that have built boats out of cardboard out there. And then for the kids version, we have a shoebox boat race. And so it is very competitive, very high-end boats going on there, and it's a total blast. And then, of course, part of our fundraiser is the duck race. So we are selling rubber duckies. We're going to drop those all into Shoal Creek, and the winners, as they start going across the finish line, and have all kinds of amazing prizes for that.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tell me how this impacts the community. I mean, obviously, a Waterfest is perfect timing in these high temperatures that we're having.
We actually like to get people together to celebrate the fact that we do have clean water in this area. So it's important. The goal behind Shoal Creek Water Festival is to inform and educate people about the importance of clean water, how they make that impact, and what they can do to help keep this water clean.
Right, clean water is a blessing. We need to take care of that. Well, from my understanding, you also have some entertainment for people who are going to the festival?
Yes, we have some, we have Briley Performing Arts. They're going to be there. Little girls are going to be tap dancing. Then we have a raptor presentation by the Friends of Dickerson Zoo. So that's going to be amazing for all the birders out there. And then we're going to end up the day with Native American Indian dance from the Wyandotte tribe.
Nice, that sounds pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, before I let you guys go, let's just go over where is the Water Festival going to be at?
Sure, we are down by Shoal Creek in Wildcat Park. It'll be Saturday from 9:30 till 2:30. Free event. Come out. We'll have lots of vendors out there. We'll have food trucks. Like we said, lots of entertainment, lots of fun things to watch and do, and just really encourage everybody to bring their families and come down and have a good day. Looks like we're going to have great weather for it, so let's take advantage of it.
Don't forget your swimsuit.
Yes,
of course.
Swimsuit, hang out for a bit.
It is so beautiful at the park. I go there all the time on my days off just to relax. So.
Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely area, and we're really excited to be able to have the event out there.
Nice. Well, thank you, ladies, for being on the show and telling us about the festival, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Joining me today in the studio is Neely Myers and Lauren Hickerson, and they're here to tell us all about the upcoming play shop called Uncommon Musical Instruments. Well, ladies, welcome to the show.
We're so glad to be here. Thank you.
Of course. Well, first things first, tell me, what is this play shop? What is it?
Yeah, so at the Creative Learning Alliance, we do hands-on STEAM-based learning, and so every month we have a themed workshop, and this month we have music teacher amongst our volunteers, so we said, you know what, we want to talk about uncommon musical instruments and sound waves and all of those fun things.
Nice. Well, I see you guys have some uncommon instruments in your hands right now. Can you tell me what they are?
So we have 10 different stations. These just represent half of one. So we really want the kids to come out and be able to play it. This is called a flexitone. So it sounds like an alien.
Ooh.
Right.
Not fun?
It was made by special effects people, so this is a really neat one. This will be a fun one for the kids to play. And then we've also got a steel drum here this morning, and this is also maybe called a steel pan. Yeah, do you want to hold that up for me?
We've got the kids version that has all of the notes.
Yes, we love it. So it's super fun. The kids are going to have a really great time being able to play and just experiment through science. So
I know they're going to have a blast. Just watching you guys play makes me want to have fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
exactly.
do you want to play the flexitone?
Yeah. Pull that. Shake it back and forth.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, of course, I really want to know when is where you guys are having this play shop.
So it's Saturday from 1 to 2, and there are still a few spaces left available. And it happens at our downtown lab in Joplin, which is at 905 Main Street. They can find the registration at Creative Learning Alliance on social media.
Nice. Well, before I let you guys go, I do want to ask you, what have the kids' reactions been to this? Are they excited? Are they happy to learn these unusual instruments?
Oh, you bet they are. They walk into our lab, and first of all, we have 18 full-time exhibits that they can play with. So they walk in and they see the exhibits and they start having fun right away. But to get them doing the special events that we have in our themed labs each month, they just... The questions, you know, I'm not ever surprised that kids are as smart as they are, but to hear their questions is fascinating.
And they come in every single time. They're like, what's the theme this year? You know, sometimes they don't know, but they don't care. They just know it's going to be fun. So they show up and they're like, what are we learning about today? You know, and they're just so excited about it.
Nice.
And we are too.
I feel like that excitement, it always just rubs off. Everybody's excited.
It's so fun to watch them.
That's
so fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on to the show and showing us the unusual instruments. They're very weird sounding.
That's the goal
Yes.
No. Well, thank you guys. I just want to say it sounds like it's going to be a pretty fun play shop, and we'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:38 a.m. An employee of Mercy Hospital Carthage hit a milestone on her path to becoming a leader for the hospital. April Hansen has worked for Mercy Carthage since 2013. She started as a lab manager before becoming a quality manager in 2020. On Wednesday, the hospital held a ceremony to congratulate her for completing the National Rural Health CEO program. She talked about her vision for providing quality health care for the rural community.
Increase my knowledge base on how to make a rural hospital similar to Mercy Carthage, specifically Mercy Carthage, successful. And the National Rural Health Association is an organization that focuses on making sure that healthcare stays in rural communities.
The program has 4 building blocks: leadership performance, operational performance, financial performance, and clinical performance.
We've still got a few showers, even a couple of rumbles of thunder out there. As we look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker, you can see some lightning strikes up here. The bulk of this activity starting to roll on out of here. Still some moderate rainfall in parts of southwest Missouri. We also have even a few showers down there into Ottawa County. So let's take a quick look here. Just north of Mound City, we got a little thunderstorm there. We got thunderstorms exiting our immediate area, so just to the north and to the east of Osceola. And we've got some moderate rainfall occurring in parts of southwest Missouri and just starting to exit southeast Kansas. And we've got these little guys, nothing significant here, but a few additional showers developing into parts of Craig County and into Ottawa County in northeast Oklahoma. We're having another look at your forecast, our rain chances for tonight, and the big warm up next week here in a few more minutes. Amber?
Thank you, Chris. A Carthage fall tradition is just around the corner. The 2023 Carthage Maple Leaf Festival takes place from October 13th to the 21st, but registration for the parade open now. And don't wait, just head on over to carthagechamber.org for more information. This year's theme is There's No Place Like Home. That's a look at today's top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. We have Nicholas Breedlove and Rodney Lewis from the Scottish Rite Temple here to tell us all about the upcoming 100th anniversary of the Scottish Rite Cathedral.
Plus, as promised, we're going to take another look at that rainy forecast, when the rain clears out, when more gets here, and when the heat returns, when the KOAM Morning News comes back.
And strawberry shortcake snowball slush float. Sonic.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Joining us in the studio today is Nicholas Breedlove and Rodney Lewis, here to tell us all about the upcoming 100th anniversary of the Joplin Scottish Rite Cathedral. Guys, welcome to the show. We were just talking. I've had the opportunity to visit the cathedral a few times over the years. Absolutely beautiful facility. Does not show its age at all, and you've got a very special celebration coming up for it.
We do. It's our centennial anniversary of the cathedral. We're having a 2-day celebration starting tomorrow at 4 o'clock with a vintage clothing tour from the Joplin Historical Society. At 6 o'clock, we have a dinner theater featuring a degree from the Scottish Rite called The Trader. Dinner will be at 6. We'll go up to the auditorium after dinner and do the Trader episode. And then the next day, we have a grand procession over from the Scottish Rite to Shiverdecker Mansion and back to the Scottish Rite, and then we'll adjourn to the auditorium and for a rededication ceremony of the building from the Grand Master of Missouri.
What's it like to be able to celebrate this milestone with this just absolutely beautiful historical building in town?
Well, to give you an idea, when the building was dedicated back in 1923, the celebration lasted all week. 12,000 people went through the Scottish Rite building. They fed 1,000 people during the banquet that they had at the end of the week. We're not going to break those records, but we want to get as many people there as we can.
And I know that over the years, the cathedral has held a number of events. There's been breakfasts out there, a number of things you all do for the community. So what exactly is it that you do for the community? How do you get out there and help folks?
Well, we've got certain charities that we have. We sponsor speech and language clinics for hearing impaired children. One of our favorite charities is Children's Haven across the street from our building. Various organizations rent the building for business meetings. High schools rent it for proms. It's just all sorts of activities happen there.
And then what's it like to be part of this very special celebration for the cathedral this year?
This is a really special time. 100 years in Joplin. On Saturday, we're also having the Kafara Marimba Band come in for entertainment. It's an opportunity for the community members to come in and enjoy themselves for the car show and celebrating our festivities.
A lot of great things going on. Real quick recap, when is this, where is this, what do folks need to know?
It begins at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon and goes till about 9 o'clock that evening at the Scottish Rite Cathedral at 5th and Byers in Joplin. The next day starts at 9 o'clock with a grand procession and ends up at 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock with the Kafara Marimba Band on the car show and the car show in the north parking lot.
All right, guys, thanks so much for coming in this morning. And of course, if for any reason you missed any of that, we'll have it all on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
Today.
Go ahead and smile.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 7:48 now on this Thursday morning across the 4 states. We're going to kind of split the weather up here for you so you don't take in too much all at once because we got a lot to talk about. First up, Skywatch Storm Tracker. We still have cloud cover behind all this activity. It stretches out pretty far to the west, but the bulk of this activity now on the Missouri side of things and continuing to push on off to the east. Still some thunderstorms just to the northeast of Osceola. And this little guy doesn't look very impressive on radar, but he's still got a fair amount of lightning with him just to the north of Mound City, and we're still getting some lightning with some of the more moderate rainfall that's taking place across, say, Barton, northern Jasper counties, as this all again continues to push on off to the east from this whole complex. This is the last 3 hours. You can see where it has continued to roll through the area. It's brought some much needed rainfall to the area as well. Now, this isn't our only round of rain. We've got another round as we head into the overnight hours tonight, early tomorrow morning, where we could see some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms, where we've got that risk for some hail, and we have a risk for the potential for some damaging wind gusts. So it's something we're going to keep an eye on as we head through the afternoon and into the evening hours. So as we go into our afternoon today, we're looking pretty good. We're still going to be hot, still going to be muggy as temperatures go upper 80s and lower 90s across the area. And then as we head into the evening and overnight, that's when we'll see this batch of showers and thunderstorms, and these could be strong, possibly severe as we head into Friday morning. Here we are at 6 a.m., and these will eventually be out of here by about between 10 and noon tomorrow. So we'll keep a close eye on all of that for you. We're going to have another look at our current conditions and the week ahead when we come back.
20th and Main in Joplin.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. As promised, a look at our current conditions. Rain starting to let up in the Joplin area, and you can see some clearing. We're sitting at 73, still muggy out there, and as I mentioned, it's still going to be hot and muggy today, just not as bad as the last couple of days. 71s, Iola, Fort Scott, Nevada, already warming up. 77 Yates Center, 78 in Chanute, 80 Veneta, 76 Miami, and 75 in Neosho. As we get our morning started, we'll see these showers and thunderstorms exiting, low 80s by late morning, and we'll start to see the clouds continue to clear through the afternoon, upper 80s, lower 90s. So again, not as hot, but heat index values could still go as high as 100. So make sure you're taking precautions out there. We'll go mostly clear through the evening hours, and then clouds build in, upper 60s, lower 70s tonight, with thunderstorm chances again increasing after midnight. Once those clear out, beautiful Friday, upper 70s, lower 80s. Not a bad Saturday, warmer, but still not too bad. So enjoy tomorrow and Saturday, because as we head into the next work week, temperatures return to the triple digits, and they will stay that way all through our next work week as we get close to 105 by the end of the week. That's a check of your forecast. We'll be back with more right after this.
A four-state hero.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. McDonald County, Missouri authorities investigate a home shooting. It happened on Wednesday around 9:30 near Buffalo Creek in the Beeman Hollow area. Authorities say 2 family members returned to their home to find a man inside their house. They say the man fired a gun at the homeowner and the 2 residents shot back. The suspect was hit twice, but no word yet on the charges or the name of the suspect. An employee of Mercy Hospital Carthage hit a milestone on her path to becoming a leader for the hospital. April Hansen has worked at Mercy Carthage since 2013. She started as a lab manager before becoming the quality manager in 2020. On Wednesday, the hospital held a ceremony to congratulate her for completing the National Rural Health CEO program. The Bourbon County Kansas Fair is in full swing. On Wednesday, they had contests for dairy cattle, beef cattle, and goats, as well as horticulture. There was also a vendor mart and open class exhibits. Northeast Oklahoma makes way for a massive new theme park. The developers and state officials made the announcement at a news conference on Wednesday. The developer is American Heartland, an affiliate of Manson Entertainment Group, founded by Gene Bicknell. The more than $2 billion resort destination will be in Craig County, just west of Grand Lake and on Route 66.
All right, as we mentioned today, temperatures upper 80s, lower 90s. Heat index values could reach close to 100 once these showers clear out. And then tomorrow, we have the threat for some strong, possibly severe storms in the morning. Partly cloudy by the afternoon, upper 70s, lower 80s, much nicer. Not a bad Saturday either, still warm, upper 80s. And then after that, the heat returns as we go back to the triple digits as we head into the next work week.
An Oklahoma boy got an unusual bite on his lure while fishing at a neighborhood pond over the weekend.
He reeled in a pacu. I think I'm saying that right. A South American fish closely related to the piranha. Okay, and he's holding it. It's related to the piranha. Wildlife officials posted these pictures on social media. They say the exotic fish was likely somebody's unwanted. What is going on? That somebody dumped in the pond when it got too big for its tank. Yeah, okay, so I had piranhas as pets and I just dumped them in the local lake. All right.
Did you know they can reach about 3.5 feet in length and they weigh nearly about 90 pounds? The species is generally harmless to humans, so they're not like piranhas exactly. But wildlife officials say they can be harmful to local wildlife that isn't accustomed to them.
Okay, well that's good that it's not harmful to humans. It's just one more, I can't swim anyway. It's just one more reason for me to stay away from the water.
He was proud holding it. He was just holding with
if it's not harmful to us, that's all right. Whatever. Well, thank you so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We will be back with more news and weather today at noon.
Have a great morning and have an even better day.